live now at Reagan National Airport, where co-workers say a baggage handler who was accidentally locked in the belly of an aircraft is back on the job. An alert co-pilot is credited with raising the alarm when he heard the pounding and the screaming on the floor below him on Monday.
Okay, this is a story travelers are obviously talking about today, and Scott Broom joins us to let us know more about what people are saying. How did this actually happen, Scott?
Well, we tried to talk to the airline today and, of course, to the baggage handler. Neither one of them is talking, but as we discussed it in the newsroom today, this was all about that sort of claustrophobia effect, and I don't have an Embraer 170 jet handy, but we did mock something up for you just to give you a feel for what this may have been like. Under this shelf here, 37 inches was the space underneath the floor of that airplane this baggage handler was working with, so come on and follow me. It's about like this. You can imagine the guy gets crawled up underneath the airplane. It's dark, lots of luggage around. All of a sudden the door closes. He's locked in. He starts pounding on the ceiling and screaming, and the co-pilot hears him just in time right before departure. These are baggage handlers and ground crew hustling around an Embraer 170, the kind of plane involved in Monday's incident. The plane the baggage handler was briefly trapped in was headed to Hartford, Connecticut Monday, potentially an hour and a half in the dark and cold had he not been rescued. He was discovered just before the pilots were set to start the engines, and the crew was making ready to push the plane back. US Airways is investigating. The incident, while not routine, was not enough to even delay the flight. In fact, after the baggage handler was freed, he was the one who then drove the tractor to push the plane away from the gate a few minutes early.
You know, there are lots of strange things that happen on airplanes these days.
Passengers today wondered out loud how other crew could possibly lock a co-worker in the belly of a plane and how startling it would be to hear pounding and screaming from down below.
Oh, I can't really imagine that somebody did that. It's hard to imagine that somebody would do that to their coworker. I hope it was an accident.
But it's just one heck of a story, though, how he made it from how he stuck down there, and how he got stuck down there is what we really want to know.
All right, back live now, up and out of our little mock-up here. I did say we tried to talk to this baggage handler today. That didn't work out. We're not able to talk to him. Talked to a lot of his coworkers today, though. They said he was back on the job. Some of them laughed it off. Some of them took it quite seriously. Of course, the airline is investigating. Live in the newsroom, Scott Broom, 9 News Now.
I take it seriously if it was me, Scott. Has this happened before?
Yeah, about 2 years ago, there was a JetBlue employee, baggage handler, that got stuck inside the belly of a JetBlue aircraft that went from New York up to Boston. The employee was fine. You know, they keep pets and dogs and things like that down in there, so it's pressurized and it's warm enough that you can survive. But imagine the claustrophobia effect and the ride you would have taken if he had stayed locked in there.